So, here we are. We've got a couple of hours spare. We're going to play in the shed, aren't we? So one of the fantastic things of having a shed and a man cave and whatever is that it's your space, it's your space. And I was thinking to myself, well, especially when you are a bit of a security nutcase, in that nobody can, even with your permission when you're not here, or with the wife's permission, can't figure out how to get in, how to get past the locks. They might have the keys, but they don't know how to get past the secret locks. Oh, I'm sorry, am I not there? So this is my space, and nobody gets in here. Even if they've got the permission of the wife to go in and they've got a set of keys, they just can't get past through the door, can they? Because they haven't had a Reggie tutorial, Reggie training done on the door. So anyway, we're here to play. We're going to finish doing that because you can switch projects on and off as you please. It's your space, do what the hell you want, But I've been thinking I should have picked these up earlier. They've been in the. I wonder how they're doing. Look, yeah. These are stainless steel. And can you see the vinegar? Isn't it cleaning them? But it's not really affecting them. It's not rusting them up or, causing them any trouble. Perishing them. They've been here now. Oh, they must have been here easily a week or two, haven't they? So what have we learned from this exercise? Well, we've learned that if you're in a corrosive, shall we call vinegar a corrosive atmosphere? If you're in a corrosive situation, here is proof that these stainless steel bolts, whereas I'm guessing ordinary steel bolts would have corroded or perished or whatever. Look at that. Clever. It's cleaned them up. All that gunk that was in there, all that stuff that we didn't really know what was in there. And hey look, it's cleaned the jar as well, hasn't it? It's cleaned the jar as well. Blimey. Still that in the very bottom, but blimey, we can neutralise that now, can't we? Neutralise the vinegar. And we'll neutralise the vinegar and put these back in the stores. So that was a bit of an interesting journey with these, isn't it? I'm going to turn you off without dropping your phone. I've missed you. Come here. That's a fair swap, isn't it? I give Debbie an empty cup and she gives me a full cup. I think that's a really good swap, that is. Anyway, talking about having a nice good drink, put them in water, kill the vinegar, dried them, put some double D on them, and then I'm sitting them in engine oil. The oil that you get in you don't always use a full jar of oil, do you? So you've always got drums of oil, bits of drums of oil. So giving them a good drink of oil and giving them all a good coating, so they're ready to go on the shelf for the next however many years. Because if I didn't use them in the last 10 years, I don't suppose I'm going to use them in the next 10 years, but they're always handy, aren't they? You just never know. So as you know, I'm delving in the back of the jars, and this was quite filthy, so I give it a wipe down, and then I thought about what was in it. The lid was fairly tight, pretty tight, and then I pretty much show you what arrives. is this a genuine old nail that I've put away years and years ago? Is this a modern nail in that style? They're looking pretty good, Nick. I just don't remember these nails at all, and I don't remember putting them in the jar. Have they kept that well for that long? I don't know. I just can't remember. I just can't remember putting those nails in there. But, you know, there's so much stuff arrives. I pretty much show you everything that arrives. But this was, I give it a wipe down with a rag, give it a clean, and then sort of looked at it. I wonder if they've kept in there that good. What's in there? What's in the bottom? Has the bottom even dried up? Usually most of my jars have got a thin layer of oil or something. There's not a lot of liquids, not a lot of oil and stuff in there, is there? Well, anyway, I'll give them a good dose, and then put them back to sleep. Bit of a puzzle they are, bit of a puzzle. So, as you can see by the lid, this one hasn't seen the day of light for very often, so I've given them a clean. And inside there is washers. The same as those nails, just stamped out steel washers. But can you see, they haven't survived that good. They've survived okay, but there is rust on them. So the question I have to ask myself is, did I get these in new? Because they're all there and there's like a pocket full of them or a little bag full of them, there's a good possibility I found these on the floor and I've brought them home. Maybe they were on the floor and maybe they were perishing on the floor and I've grabbed them and put them in the jar. Because obviously you can't remember and you don't document everything that you put away. It just, oh, these must be a little bonus. Where the hell have I got these from? Where the hell have I got these from? Did I just pick them up off the floor and bring a bag full of them home, a little pocket full or two of them home? Or did they come to me like new? You see, they do like to stick together. There is signs of. Or were they in good nick and this lid isn't quite as tight, isn't quite as good as the other lid? Because this wasn't on tight, it was on about there tight. But I know the lid on the other one with the nails, was on really tight. It took me a while to get off. And is that the difference between surviving in a jar for years or not surviving in a jar for years? Sealing them up nice and tight. Questions. Anyway, we'll give this a good wipe over and at least we'll know. And we'll give them a good drink and we'll know then that we've touched this in the last sort of couple of years. Yeah. So we're going to give them a really good drink. Give them a right good drowning. And then we'll put the lid on and we'll give them a good old shaking. You give everything a good coating. I mean, you are tempted to sit them in oil to keep them. But obviously that would cost you a lot of oil all the time. So what I'll do is give everything a good shaking and a good, make sure every little washer has had a little dose of liquid, and then we can put that back on the shelf and clean the lid, haven't we? So, so that can go back on the shelf for another, shall we say 10 years? So we've given them a really good agitating and coated everything, and again, look, they're not all sticking to each other now. They're all nice and free and back to being a bunch of individuals rather than jammed together. So, that's the ideal sort of way to keep them, so they all come apart nice and easily. So, how many of you are out there that have got plenty of time on their hands and they want to come around and okay, they won't get paid in money, but you get paid in nuts and bolts, who wants to be rewarded in nuts and bolts for helping me sort out these YBS yet to be sorted. So they're all yet to be sorted that came in the other day. Yet to be sorted, yet to be sorted. There's some up there, look. They're obviously yet to be sorted. And I know I've got all of them up there are yet to be sorted, and there's some tubs in the back. It's going to take, not hours, not days, it's going to take weeks, isn't it, to get through this YBS stuff. Blimey. So, yeah, if you're not far away, it doesn't cost you much to get here to Walsall, and you want to, it's a bit like doing a big jigsaw puzzle. Where are we? Yeah, and you want to start sorting these YBS. Yet to be sorted in little nuts and bolts, yet to be sorted in screws and so forth, so on and so forth, and want to be rewarded in nuts and bolts, and of course be on Reggie on the road. Give me a shout, give me a shout. So here's another section done. So going up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've done 5 shelves so far. Shall I do another, or shall I just pace myself and just do one each time? So let's just check, have we done 5? Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've 6 and 7 left. Be lucky, is it? It's getting bigger stuff now, so we'll see. Anyway, we'll persevere. We'll see how we get on. Oh yeah, and by the way, because this board is getting quite heavy and quite wobbly now, and it's in the vise, I've put a steel bar behind it in the vise. It's because I was worried about when I'm working on it, the damn thing will just snap. But now I've jammed it in with the bar, that'll be all right, except taking it out might be a problem because I've only got my slippers on. So I've got to make sure I don't take it out and not control that bar, because I can see that steel bar landing on my toes when I take it out of the vise. Maybe I shouldn't wear slippers. You know, you can hear comings and goings, can't you? But there's a van leaving. So whilst I'm in here, in my little world on my own, I can still keep an eye. Hello. Hello. You can, hold on, I've got to do it that way. Yeah. You can, whilst you're in here, you can still keep an eye on the comings and goings outside there. So it's going to be quite heavy and quite awkward to handle, isn't it? Getting it up to where I want to put it. I'm thinking of putting it over here, look. Up here. But how am I going to get it over there? Well, anyway, look. Look. These, remember these brackets arriving? Well, if I, and we know we're dealing with, we know the size of the hole. We know the size of the hole above there is going to be one of these, isn't it? So if I cut this in half and put it on the board, that would be quite a clip, wouldn't it? If I bolt that through the board there, in there, I think obviously that'll be cut in half. It'll just clip on the top of there, won't it? Clip down onwards. So it'll be just a case of reaching it and putting it in. So I found a use. I'm going to cut that in half. I'm going to bolt this to the board like that. We'll have enough room. These little clips, these little strong clips have come in handy already. So cut that in half. Measure the size. That'll be the measure the correct size. Put the clips in and basically just clip it on. It'll come on like that, won't it? It'll come on like that. Yeah. So, yeah. It's funny, isn't it? You make use of anything. We knew these would come in handy somewhere. So we can hear a noise outside and we can hear beeping. But it's just Anthony, my neighbour, backing down the driveway, taking that to park. So we know exactly who it is and exactly what they're doing. So we can carry on, chill and carry on, can't we? So, never say no to a second vice. If you can get one nice and cheap, don't go out your way and buy one and whatever. You know, if you get offered one at a good price, even if it's a slightly smaller one. And of course, if you've got a bit of room, if you can stuff it in somewhere, it's always handy having a second vice. Because if your one vice is already taken up doing a job and you've got a little job to do, quick little job like cutting a bracket, and you need something decent to hold it, it's always worth, never say no to a cheap second vice if you come across one, because they're always useful, and especially when you've got a nice angle poised lamp pointing down on it with a nice big bright light. Well, they're going to work out just nicely, aren't they? They're going to just, see that now, look. If I bolt this through here nice and tight, like a nice, you know, not that I'm short of a bolt or two, but we'll bolt that there quite nicely. And there's plenty of gap now for that to just slot in the top of these shelving bars. We've made shelving out of scaffolding, haven't we? So they have to go in there, look. They're gonna fit in there just nicely, even if we put them in a bit loose and then tighten the bolt up, and then the board will sit here. That's a good idea, Reggie. So this bay and that bay isn't the same. That isn't exactly in the middle. This is 3 foot and a bit across, so it's going to be fine. This runs out to sort of 47.
Hello, Reginald.
Yeah.
I'm doing this dinner out.
All right, Bubby.
Thanks for doing it.
Okay.
Stop dropping.
So we've got
Alexa, stop dropping.
So we've got a 3. We're at 47. The other one's 47, so it only just fits. So this one's not going to do. We're going to have to stick to the 3 foot. So we found ourselves a little location there. We can put a nut in there, can't we? Put a location in there, and we know where the mark is now, so we can fit them whilst it's here. We're gonna fit them like this. Look over there. Use that at the top of the mark. So the next question, so they're going to look like that, you know, from the back. That's with a bolt going through them. So the next question is, choices. Have we got a bolt that's going to fit exactly? Not too long, not too short, not too thick, not too thin. Where are we? Where do you think we'll find a suitable bolt somewhere in here that's going to fit there exactly? I better go and get my lunch. Better go and get my Sunday dinner.